Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here. Pre-market preparations, another week, another new adventure, another new opportunities each and every day, each and every week. October 30th, 2023. October is over. We are entering the last 2 months of 2023, and it looks like it's going to be very bearish until proven otherwise. My name is Tamir. For those who don't know me, I'm a 7 years professional trader, full-time trader. In my first 2 years, 2016, 2017, I invested in myself. I watched thousands and thousands of videos on YouTube. I was a member of many WhatsApp groups, Discord groups, Facebook groups. I have Twitter, of course. My only source to follow what's going on the stock market is Twitter. Now, I don't participate on any Facebook groups, any WhatsApp groups, because it's pure noise. It took me 2 years until I found my strategy that works for me on the technical side and the psychology behind trading. I follow price on multi-time frames. I use Fibonacci and trend lines, that's it. And I use, of course, ATR. But ATR, as you all know, it's not an indicator. I don't follow any other indicator. ATR and Fibonacci are pure calculators. Fibonacci is a calculator for future support and resistance on any time frame. ATR is a calculator, average true range. It tells us the volatility of each stock on each time frame. It helps us to manage our risk much better than any other indicators. In my first 2 years, I went through numerous, I don't remember if the number of indicators that I learned and strategies based on these indicators, until I found that the only thing that truly works for future support and resistance, to know with the highest probability where price might be heading next, Fibonacci and trend lines. Why? Because Fibonacci and trend lines, they don't follow price. All the rest of the indicators follow price. All the rest of the indicators are pure lagging indicators. Fibonacci goes infinite. Trend lines goes infinite. And as you can see, price follows trend lines. And we use Fibonacci and ATR to manage our risk with the proper risk management and with the highest probability of where price might be heading next. We are looking now. Futures 2 hours over here, futures 15 minutes over here. Let's make the screen a little bit bigger. We had a downtrend, bounce, now 618 Fibonacci retracement, 2 consecutive dojis. Doji, for those who don't know, it's the most important signal in candlestick analysis and in technical analysis in general for what might be a trend reversal. So in the premium room, we have the alert to go short once we will break below the 41.41 and the 2-hour time frame. And then we have all the levels on the 15 minutes time frame to manage our risk, according also to the ATR. You're more than welcome to join the Fibonacci Traders Premium Room. We share ideas, we trade together, we help each other, we support each other. Great community of traders. This is not an alert service. What else do we have? Big economic calendar. We have November 2nd, which is Thursday. We have Fed interest rate decision. Then Mr. Powell will hold a press conference. Then we have non-formal the end of this week, Friday. Non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, PMI. So, be prepared for another very volatile week. We have Apple earnings coming up Thursday after the bell. 4:30, if I'm not mistaken. They like to do it 30 minutes after the closing bell, Thursday. Apple looks like this on the daily. Downtrend until proven otherwise. We have the 170 area that will become very tough resistance. This gap at the 167 got filled last Thursday. We have talked about this gap and we have waited for this gap to get filled. And now maybe we will get a bounce up towards this yellow trend line. But we have the 170, 171 area. Very tough resistance. And then we have Thursday earnings. AMD earnings coming up tomorrow after the bell. This is how AMD looks. Downtrend until proven otherwise. We have the 96 area. Very important area of support. Thursday broke below. Friday doji closed above. But we have this trend line that will become a very tough resistance. Let's see where it's heading. What else do we have interesting? Let me know. Once price breaks below it. Here we have the alert, so we don't miss it. I will put another alert over here. No need. Alert over here. We have a multi-top scenario. As you can see, all this area, the 41, 46 area, all this area, very tough resistance. Now, if bulls will give up, and looks like bulls are giving up because on the 2-hour time frame we had 2 consecutive dojis. Indecision. Let's see where it's heading. Bitcoin, nothing much in the past week or so, moving sideways. 33,100 to the downside, 35,200 together with this red trend line. To the upside, very tough resistance. Ethereum, same thing. Still below this long-term downtrend line. Lower highs. So, it's downtrend until proven otherwise. What else? Hi David, hi Iran, hi David. Thank you very much for joining at last. Who else is with me? Say hi, don't be shy. Ronen, thank you very much for joining. Aviv, good morning to you too. Can you look at the silver? Hi Rafael. Silver. You want the silver? Let's check silver. What's interesting in silver? SLV. What's going on with SLV? What do you see? Higher lows, lower highs, sorry, lower lows. Which means, you see how trend line works. Amazing. Just amazing. Now you have also this. This trend line over here. And if it's not correct, you can go like this. All this area. Very tough resistance for the lower highs. If you want to go long, in my opinion, you need to wait for a break and a close above 2172. You can take Fibonacci. Like here. Fibonacci gives you everything. We don't need to guess. You have it over here. From here or to here or to here, it doesn't matter. This is your support and resistance for the future. Swing high, swing low. Next, you want to go long above this area at least 2-3 days, because one candle closing above, as you can see here, will not change the overall sentiment. Broke above, went back inside. So after this long, since May of 2023, it's in a downtrend channel. One candle to the upside will not change the overall sentiment. I would wait for at least 2 or 3 candles above the 2150, above this area over here. Hi Rafael, hi Faiz. Market still doing nothing on pre-market. Let's quick recap. SPY broke below this downtrend channel. We have a gap at the 407 that needs to get filled. Now pre-market looks like bulls trying to get back inside this downtrend channel, but SPY is in a downtrend until proven otherwise. QQQ, this trend line, support, 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 boom, broke below. Friday inside doji, resistance. Trend lines from support to resistance to the downside. We have lower lows. Now we have lower lows. We can take also this trend line. This is the support. You see here, go to this area. Support. Breaking below, we have this gap at the 333. Dow Jones, massive downside. Nothing stops bears of the Dow. Bulls are nowhere to be seen. If you find bulls, let them know. We are looking for them. 322 is the gap that needs to hold together with this trend line. Pre-market 326. Let's see where it's heading. Look at the SPY breaking below. Not the SPY. We're trading the SPY pre-market. And here we have it. Starting to break to the downside. Premium members, we were ready for this. I hope you listened. And we are short. Our stop, 41.51. You can take ATR, 41.40 plus 13 plus 14, 41.54. Above here. So we do it just above the 41.51. This is how we trade. Join us. Links in the description. You are watching it live. If we have premium members over here, you can validate it. What else do we have? Let's go back. IWM 162 now is holding below 162. No need to guess. We are continuing to the downside towards the 156. This downtrend channel is not relevant anymore because price broke below it. So clean the chart. All this area of resistance, support will become resistance if IWM will continue to the upside. Bitcoin, we talked. KRE, if you're interested in the regional banking ETF, downtrend until proven otherwise. You know these two purple trend lines, we drew them way back and we said until proven otherwise. And here is another great example of why one candle, breaking above a trend line is not enough. This is why I always say, wait until you get at least 2-3 candles above it. Now, premium, if you're here, keep me posted what's going on in the futures. Crude oil inside this red zone from resistance. Now, price is inside, short below 82.40, long above 86. Natural gas, NG1. Too risky. You remember we talked about this red trend line to the upside. Last Friday broke above it, went back inside, and now gap to the downside. 325 is the next support. Gold looking very good in October. Not surprising. Let's take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. You can take it also from here, because this is the resistance. It's a much difficult resistance, tougher resistance than this week. 1996 now needs to hold as support before the next leg to the 2050 XLE. Multi-top scenario getting validated every day. We have talked about it a few days back. Now this white trend line needs to hold the support. XLV continuing to the downside, broke below this triangle, where price of XLV might be heading next. Swing low, swing high, 121.50 to the downside. USD ILS. Very interesting to follow. Following all the events going on. Swing low, swing high. Above 408, we're heading towards this area. 415 will be next. 402 support. Below it, we want it to break below this yellow trend line to the downside. We want to go back to this green trend line, but USD ILS is in a very steep uptrend until proven otherwise. Don't be biased. USD GBP, we have all this area, resistance long above it towards the 0.84. Some people like to look at the USD GBP. Some people like to look at the GBP USD. It's much more easier for them to look at this one. It's just inverted. What do you see here? Multi-bottom, the 120, 120, 120, 126, 128, 1.206, 1.208, multi-bottom. I want to see continuation above 122 and then 123. Above 123, we will see bulls going towards the 125 and then 127. As I told you, I'm trying to start my way in Forex. It's just an experiment I'm doing with myself and the 1 hour candles, because I want to prove first to myself and then to you, not to prove, to show that my strategy works on anything, whether it's Forex, Bitcoin, crypto, futures, stocks, on any time frame. USD Euro inside this short-term downtrend channel, short below the 0.94 towards this red trend line to the downside. Apple we talked, AMD we talked, Amazon 124 area, all this red line. We have a gap over here. We have another gap at the 106, as you can see. We have a gap at the 135. Basically, if you can see, very tight price range on Amazon, except these two candles, very tight price range. So if you want to go long on Amazon, in my opinion, only above 133. Meta closed the earnings gap. Now 286 to the downside is the support. 302 is the resistance. And if you want to be more accurate, just take Fibonacci. Like this. Here you have it. Everything that you need. You don't need to trust me. But trust me when I say it's all about Fibonacci and trend lines. It took me 2 years. 1 year to learn the technical side. Another 1 year to apply and to really know how to apply this method on any time frame, on anything that I want to trade. Microsoft, the 343, 618 Fibonacci level, very tough resistance. 330 needs to hold, otherwise 310 to the downside. Google, don't worry, we'll do all the Magnificent 7. Google, too many gaps to the downside, too many gaps to the upside. In my opinion, for now, stay away from Google. Tesla, inside the steep downtrend channel, breaking below this channel, and we are heading towards the 146. Don't be a hero on Tesla. It doesn't matter if you like the company or not. It doesn't matter what you think. And Elon Musk, trade the chart. Trade what you see. Netflix, what do you see? Yellow trend line. Lower lows, lower highs, also lower lows. Over here, right? Below 392, where Netflix is heading, these two gaps. Breaking above the yellow trend line, we need a weekly close above this yellow trend line, and then we will see 450 and 468 gap getting filled. Nvidia, for those who asked, here it is. Red zone, you know it? Of course you know it. We've been talking about this red zone in the past few weeks. Bulls of Nvidia are trying with all they have to defend this red zone. If bears of Nvidia will breach this red zone to the downside, 372 and then 306 gap. And for those who are interested in Shopify, broke below this zone, we said short below this red zone to the downside. And here we are. Shopify earnings coming up Thursday after the close. After the close, if I'm not mistaken, I will check it. We have a trend line. Look at this. Lows, lows. Where price Thursday and Friday? On a trend line. Breaking below this trend line. Where might price go next? 43. And then 39. And here we are. This is why we put alerts, so we don't miss any move. Doing good on this short. Premium room. Let me just stop loss 2. We can take stop loss 44, 41, 44. Manage your risk. Always manage your risk. No one knows what will happen next. It can bounce up and go towards the 41.61. I'm prepared for it with my stop loss. It can. Always prepare for the worst case scenario. What's the worst case scenario? You will lose. Now ask yourself, how much money are you willing to lose? This is a very great mindset. So, any questions? Mara is already 4.4. Mara, 4% to the upside, as I can see. What do you think? And Mara, depends on the Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up, Mara goes up. Bitcoin goes down, Mara goes down. Let's see on the 15 minutes. Looks like Bitcoin, some kind of a retracement on the 15 minutes. You can take Fibonacci on Bitcoin on the 15 minutes. You have the swing low, you have the swing high. Take a picture and follow these levels. Bitcoin goes down, Mara goes down. You want to trade Mara? Check the Bitcoin. If you trade Mara on the 15 minutes, check Bitcoin on the 15 minutes. If you trade Mara for swing on the daily, check Bitcoin on the daily or on the 4 hours chart. What do you see on the 4-hour chart? Nothing much. Basically moving sideways between the 33,600 and the 35,200. If bulls will give up on this area, you know what will happen. We are going towards back to the 3600 AEP. Let's check AEP. American, we've checked it last Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. What do you see? 76.85 tough resistance. This trend line, tough resistance. So, first for long, if you want to go long, wait for at least 1 week above this area over here. Short continuation as long as AEP. If you're not short yet, wait for a break below Friday's low. And you have a double top scenario. Very nice. Very nice. Short setup. Uptrend. Retracement. Towards where? 618. Bounce once again. Towards 76.83. Got rejected. Double top scenario. Getting validated. In my opinion, below, I will put an alert over here. If you don't mind, I will steal this idea. This is why we do these lives. we learn from each other. We take ideas from each other. We don't follow blindly. We take ideas. Add to watch list. That's it. Now I'm waiting for a break below Friday's low. Be careful because we have earnings coming up. November 2nd, Thursday. So be careful. I never trade during earnings. What else? Nvidia we've talked about. Hi, John. Thank you very much. Great to see you here. Great sound. Thank you very much. I'm trying to do my best. I'm not a YouTuber. But it's still very important, some people told me, to have a great sound and a great camera. LMT. What do you think LMT will do? Go up or go down? 50% go up, 50% goes down. Right? Short below 439, towards the 429, towards this gap. Long, look at the 453 area, 452 area. All this area, very tough resistance. Very tough resistance. So I would wait for at least. Look how many times price tried, got rejected. Here. But this is a very choppy price action. But if you want to go long, at least 2-3 days above the 453, and then use Fibonacci and ATR. If you don't know how to use ATR or Fibonacci, check the Fibonacci Academy playlist if you want. Here's the link. 26 videos, each video no more than 15 minutes. Why? Because I know myself, I don't have the patience to watch videos more than 15 minutes. So all my videos on the Fibonacci Academy playlist are not longer than 15 minutes. Because I don't have the patience to record more than 15 minutes or watch videos from others more than 15 minutes. So this is why I do it. What else? Breaking down. Nice. I want to touch on the 41.37 and then we will take some off. Maybe 50% off with a nice profit already. 41.43 is the stop loss now. Premium. 41.43. If you want to see, this is our Discord. This is our Discord. What do we have here? Why you don't see the Discord? Now you see the Discord. Make it bigger. This is our Discord, Fibonacci-Traders Discord. We have the premium room, which is very, very live during trading hours, especially for day trading, option trading. We have an option trader here, very professional option trader, the option moderator. Exclusive requests for premium gold and diamond members. Swing ideas. No need to. You can post. Swing ideas, charts, entry. Take profit, stop loss, ask questions. We have the premium zone. We have educational materials. All the news from Twitter in one place. So you don't need Twitter. So if you want, all the links in the description below. Or if you want, here's the link. Check it out. What else? What else do we have? Who is with me? Like, subscribe. Help me grow this channel if you find it helpful. Any other questions? Any other requests? Before we sign off this live. as you can see, how Fibonacci acts as support and resistance. This is a better resistance over here. It's much more difficult resistance, all this area, instead of this weak. What do you see? Downtrend. Here you have it. Everything live. So, thank you very much for joining this live. I hope you found it helpful, educational. If you did, like, subscribe, share with friends. Thank you very much. Until the next live, until the next video, trade safe. And please, stay safe.